Okay, Shamla Didi, we will start now. Yeah, so we will start this sharing by the institutions and the individuals in the afternoon session. So I welcome Dr. Garima Joshi, who is a very active volunteer of the University of Human Values, as the moderator. Okay, Dr. Garima Joshi, over to you now. Thank you.
Yes, so today I'm the moderator and as well as the presenter for this presentation. However, we have with us Professor Latika. She is Dean Alumni Affairs of Punjab University and Professor in Department of Education. She has a vast experience of more than 30 years now, and she has been hand-holding the UHV cell. She is the founding University Coordinator of Punjab University's UHV cell. So finally, she will be actually sharing the presentation on the day of the conference, but I requested her to be here today. I'm finding some issue with the presentation. So there are a lot of maybe.
Now try, please.
So it is showing screens first. So if I share desktop, will it be sharing?
So desktop will show your entire system. You have to go for the screen. And as soon as you may please continue, please.
No, please continue. Please guide.
The desktop will show you the whole, it will show you whole screen, whole your desktop. Entire screen will be there, I believe. So for that, what you will do, one thing, what you will do, you just bring your presentation to a PPT mode, then Alt plus D. Click on Alt plus D. First presentation mode, then click on Alt plus D and then find out that screen which you want to share and share.
So these will be okay for Mac also.
So Didi, you just start your presentation, start sharing and choose the presentation view only for sharing.
Okay.
You might be seeing many options for sharing. You just choose the option of presentation that you are having and start sharing. Yeah.
So when I go here, it is opening up. However, I practiced it yesterday and I was able to share it also.
Okay, not to worry. Just start your presentation in the background. Started?
So start my presentation in the background, step 1, right?
Right. Started? Very nice. Then go to share in the Zoom window.
Just actually,
the Zoom
when I share it, it is the entire screen is covered with this only, na?
Yes, it is.
Then I'm unable to go to the Zoom window.
You can press the Windows button if it is there.
It is Max, bhaiya.
Do you have escape?
Yeah.
Try that.
I come out of the.
Nilvia, can you share this presentation on behalf of her?
Yeah, I can. Garima Didi, can you send it to me?
Yes.
Yeah. So did you just send this presentation to Via?
Yes, I'm sending.
I must say that I'm really happy to be part of this. And Dr. Garima has been informing me about all the updates from time to time, ever since she has taken over in an active role. How much time do we have for this now?
We have half an hour.
All right, great.
So I've sent it to, yes, Sunil Bhaiya.
Yeah, Didi, I received it. Just let me download it.
Yes. I'm sorry for this technical glitch. So, Professor Latika, we have Sharmila Didi with us. You remember Raju Lathana? Yeah.
Sessions. From the morning sessions.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
Sunil
Namaste.
Kumar Bhaiya also, he moderates the morning session in English.
Namaste
Well,
to
now
everyone.
it is Gopal Babuji.
Now
Namaste.
yes.
Namaste, everyone. Namaste.
Namaste.
So, Didi, I'm presenting now.
Yes.
Hope it is visible.
Yes, now it is
Yeah.
visible.
Okay.
So,
Over to you.
good afternoon, everyone. I'm Garima Joshi, University Co-Coordinator of UHV Cell, Punjab University, and I am presenting on behalf of Professor Latika today. She has initially started this UHV cell at Punjab University. So about Punjab University is one of the oldest universities in India. It is situated in North India in Chandigarh, which is a union territory, and it has a long tradition of pursuing excellence in teaching and research in various departments such as science, technology, humanities, social sciences, arts, and sports. Next. So some of the achievements which we can highlight here is that it is A++ graded, NAAC graded university. It has won Makka Trophy. It is a sports trophy consecutive for 3 years from 2018 to 2021. It is ranked first in ARIA ranking. It is the 4th amongst the international ranking in 2019 and 2020. We have 74 well-equipped teaching and research departments in the headquarters, which is situated at Chandigarh, and 15 centers and chairs. The headquarters is spread over the area of 550 acres in sector 14 and 25 respectively. And beyond that, we have 202 affiliated colleges and regional centers are there, 3 regional centers and 6 constituent colleges. So we at Punjab University do see the need for value education for the holistic development of students, and there is a need for alignment with National Education Policy 2020, enhancing the ethical and moral framework, promoting social harmony and tolerance. We are also concerned with the mental health and emotional well-being of our stakeholders, and cultivating leadership and civic responsibility is also the need which is seen at the university level. Yeah. So as we vision in Punjab University envisions itself as an institution that nurtures intellectual growth, character formation, and social consciousness through the integration of values in education. So the aim is to produce students, the graduates, who not only excel academically, but they also possess ethical foundation and emotional intelligence with commitment to social justice and sustainability. By incorporating value education, we believe that in teaching, research, and community engagement, Punjab University can cultivate leaders who will contribute to the betterment of society with empathy, integrity, and responsibility. So, as far as implementation plan is concerned, we are integrating UHV courses in the curriculum. Then we do have student induction program, FTPs, which is faculty development program, student development program, and offering mentorship programs. So currently UHV 2 is implemented, which is through AICT norms. So we have technical institutes of Punjab University, which is two are situated in the campus only, which is UIT. Then there is a chemical engineering, UICT. Then there is a college, which is Chandigarh College of Engineering and Technology. Then we have a regional center, which is situated in Hoshiarpur. So this is the total student intake in each institute department. So the total is around 1,500 students who are being offered with the UHV 2 in their first year of engineering. So if I highlight what has been the journey of Punjab University, so it was in 2023, the lecture was delivered by Professor Rajneesh Arora ji, Chairman NCCIP of AICT, and that was the initial starting point. And then UHV cell was constituted right after that lecture, and Professor Latika took over as UC and Professor Manu as UCC of Punjab University. And after that, one day LDP was 8 days FTP was there during June 23, followed by LDP in November 2023. In this LDP, 126 participants, which were the vice chancellors, deans, board and director members, then principals and HOD of various departments and colleges and neighboring university, they attended this one-day program. Then a self-funded 8 days FTP in July 2023. Then 5 days student development program in August 2023. This was for management students and 30 students participated. Then we had a series of FTP 3 days in January, followed by in March. Then we had 8 days AICT sponsored FTP in June 2024. So as you see, the number of participants, it increased in terms of participation. So if we see gradually the number of participants were increasing and we were getting more registrations. Then we also had a student development program, which is 5 days in April 2024 and June 2024. This was done for specifically UIT students, because at UIT, the course has been offered in a self-study mode. So this course is coming in a self-study mode, and then we also have a credit for it. So we planned that, okay, if we are not getting any provision for delivering the lectures, we will have a separate program for these students where for 5 days, these students, they went through this UHV 2 course. And after that, through sharing and informal evaluation and feedback, their evaluation was done. So there is no written exam here in UIT, whereas in UICT and other colleges, they are having it in their timetable also, and they are having it the end semester examination also. So we are looking forward that this must be changed, and we have given a proposal in Board of Studies also, so that it is properly delivered. And also in July 2024, 2 faculty members of Punjab University, they attended UHV 3 at IIT Kanpur. Next. So if we see for every course which is held, there is a proper news coverage. And these are the glimpse of the student development program at UIT. Next. So you can see the students are also, we try to plan it in a proper way where students, they are sitting in a proper arrangement, and we do have a very fruitful interactions with the students. Here in next picture, the student is sharing his feedback in the student development program. Next. This is he's Professor Shankar Sehgal. He is delivering one of the lectures during the STP and interacting with the students. So this is the, after 1 week, you can see that our director, sir, he also joined the team and appreciated the efforts. He heard the feedback of the students also, and it was quite motivating for him. And he does see this need to change it to a proper course. So he committed that whatever support you need, we are ready to provide it. And this is also the glimpse of one of the interactions with the students. This is the now regarding the student induction program. So although AICT has given the complete roadmap of how student induction program can be held, but we do have our own module for SIP. In between, we offer UHV 1 there. And so these are the students of first year with whom we interacted during the student induction program. This is the glimpse of FDP, which was held in January 2024. And then this is in March 2024, and the speciality of this FTP was that in this FTP, there were diverse participants. We had participants from government medical college also. So doctors also participated in this course, along with the faculty, research scholars, and some staff members. These technical staff members also participated here. Along with there were some representatives from ISKCON society. They also participated. One participant from Brahma Kumaris, he also participated. And the feedback from every participant was that this content is very near to reality and very relatable. I mean, it is very natural to understand it. This is for 8 days FTP, which was held in June 2024, sponsored by AICT. So in this valedictory session, Ms. Bhavna Garg, IAS Joint Secretary, UIDAI, Government of India, was chief guest, and she graced the occasion along with the Registrar of Punjab University, Professor Y.P. Verma, Professor Latika, Dean Alumni Affairs, and Professor Sanjeev Puri, who is Director of UIT. These are the news coverage for these FTPs. So we ensure that all the FTPs, they are covered properly. Feedbacks are taken. And we do have a future plan where we understand that initiating the integration of value education in current educational framework is important. And we need, because we have this vision of taking this course to all the departments, but initially right now for 1,500 students also, we need to have more faculty who has to be trained. So we need to do faculty development programs regularly, and this is what we keep doing also. Then we right now it is centrally we have UC and UCC, but we feel that at the department level also we must have course coordinators for UHV with whom we can have regular meetings and follow-up session. Then students, once they go through this UHV2, after that to follow, to facilitate their progress, we think that there should be a club, value education club, which can be established. And then ultimately we are moving forward to develop Punjab University as a nodal center for UHV. So efforts are being made in that direction. Then we are looking into possibility of offering the minor degree program for UHV. And the entire purpose is to, have a student and faculty mindset where emphasis on the holistic development. Thank you so much. So if there are any questions.
Yeah, very nice, Garima ji. I just wanted to ask if we can also have in your presentation something about the sharings, because that will make it more, alive with the responses of the students.
So there are two things actually. I have collected the feedback from Madan, Mr. Madan. So he has shared all the feedbacks of FDPs which have been held, where I see that there are metrics also, there are feedbacks also, which we can highlight. Similar is the case for student development program also. So we can take those also. And during the FDP, we do record the sharing of the participants. So it will take a little effort, but we will try to, have some glimpse of some important sharings and highlights which can be added into this presentation.
Yeah, that will make it more, relatable for people who are watching. I think that is important. So if we can spend some time and effort in that, that can really help in the presentation that you are doing. That's what I was thinking.
Okay, thank you.
Very nice.
Any other feedback?
I think,
Yeah.
Garima, I'm
Yes.
sorry. Please
You
continue.
can add, please continue. Yeah, I will ask later.
Yeah.
Radhika ji, over to you.
My observation was that we had made a lot of effort to get it to the board of studies and including it in the curriculum. So the challenge of teaching the course in classes, perhaps that can be mentioned, because the more important thing is that even when students are ready, the teacher's workload has to be in such a way that 2 credit teaching is allocated to teachers who are willing to train teachers who are willing to teach the course.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, that effort needs to come somewhere. I'll sit with you and we'll make the changes accordingly.
Yeah, certainly. Sir, please continue.
Yeah, thank you. Nice presentation, Dr. Garima Joshi and Dr. Latika Sharma ji. What I like to ask you is regarding how long have you been offering this program of UHV in the institution? And can you see some tangible changes in the students, in their relationship part, or for their, say, their job profile, self-confidence, etc., placement part, any change which you could notice, and do we have documentation for that also?
So as far as timeline is considered, we are offering it for the second time now. That means it happened the last semester and now there is the current semester. So in the first semester, actually we were not able to, see how to take it to the students, and students were shared with the entire content was shared, but there was no intervention from the teacher's side. Okay, then we saw this gap, and then we decided that we will have this student development program. And through this, now the student, when they go through this process, it in the beginning they come and see that what is happening, why they have certain style of sitting, what is this happening. So but only these students, they tell me that how important it is that when you call us 8 o'clock in the morning, and then there is a certain setup where we are sitting, it is very important. And actually no one actually discussed with us these core things, that what are your concerns. No one is asking us this, and the list of concerns is unending. It is so long. We make this table on the board, and first is what are your aspirations, second is what is your achievement, and third is what is your concern. That concern list is so long that it is unending. And some students, they don't speak up, but when they see that my peer is also saying the same thing which I feel, and then they say that, ma'am, such things never happened before. No one discussed the ground reality with us. One student came to me and said that, why you don't offered it to us in the first semester? You are offering, we have already wasted 6 months. The other is coming and saying that this is the first time I'm holding the mic and speaking in front of my class. So the reality is that students, they just want to open up. They want someone to take care of their concerns and someone who can really guide them. It is not there that they are not being guided, but they are being guided by some, peer groups. Someone who is favorite among the students, he become the role model of other students. Where is the reference point? So when they find that the reference point is within me, most of the students, they tell that I'm okay how I dress up. I'm not now concerned with that I must dress up with the new dress every day. So these little things are coming up. As far as long-term achievements are concerned, we need to work consistently, and the timeline is very short to comment on that, I think. But we have started, and we have support of my dean is here. Informally, I'm telling you that we are fasting today. It is without water and food. It is in North India. So she's also fasting, but it shows the commitment that yes, we need to take it further.
Nice, Didi. Thank you.
I think, the important thing is that whatever you're sharing, people will be interested to know the outcome. So it is important, even like you said, their sharings, you need to get through it. Let's get through it, make some effort and do that for the conference. Also, I think what you just shared about, their concerns and how they want to open up, and they are appreciative of this effort. All of that can be put in the presentation. That can be included in what you're sharing. And definitely, whatever outcome you do have, that must be shared, because that is an obvious question that will come forward once you put such a sharing. Right?
Yes, so it is very clear that the outcome part is completely missing in the PPT right now.
So something you can mention that whatever that you just said, that the timeline is short, but it looks very promising, or all that should be put in the PPT. I think that would be useful.
Yes.
I think in addition to the outcome from the students' part, you can also add the outcome from the faculty as well as the staff members.
True.
You said the programs were conducted for staff members also. So, for example, when the faculty interacts with the students, is there any change with the faculty can see with regard to the feeling of the faculty towards the students? And again, in the office setup also, there can be some kind of a bureaucracy. So is there some dilution in this approach between the or interaction between the staff members and the students? These things also can be exemplified in your slides also. It's very nice.
So I can just for sharing, I'm telling you that for the first time in this course, the sweeper who was there deputed on the duty, she was called on the last day and she was honored. And she went crying. She said, never have been this that we are big, because they have a very important role to play. And when we see this gratitude, it comes naturally. And then there is expression outside, right? So we called her on the stage, but she was so, taken away by this gesture that it never happened. For so long, she has been working in our institute. Yeah.
Yeah, so all this must come in your PPT.
Right.
That brings the human touch to it, Otherwise, it's more numbers and courses and all of that. But the human touch, if you bring it out, I think it will enliven the presentation much more.
So I'll do that.
Do mention those things.
Right.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So I think if there is no other question, then we can stop here.
Yeah, we can go to the next.
So next is AGC is not presenting again, right? And after that, there will be individual sharing session, right, Sunil Bhaiya? So
Yes,
I
Didi.
shared the schedule, yeah. So I'll just tell the timeline. So we have sharing starting for individuals at 3 o'clock, and Parikshit Bhaiya will be sharing, followed by Sunil Bhaiya and Vinay Bhaiya. Then we will be breaking, there is a break, and then AKTU is also not sharing. Then the next will start at 4:30, Institute of Public Enterprise, Hyderabad, and then individual sharings.
I thought this session was from 2 to 3:30, and then the next session starts at 4. So you're saying something different.
What I'm saying is that Institute 2 is not presenting, which was supposed to present at 2:30 after Punjab University, but individuals will be presenting, which is starting at 3 o'clock now.
So then we have from 3 to 3:30.
Yes.
Is it?
3 to 3:30, then 4 o'clock is again not there, then 4:30. After 3:30, next session will be at 4:30, continuing till 5:30.
Okay, I see. So now the next sharing will be 3 to 3:30.
Yes.
And then after that, 4:30 to 5:30.
Yes.
That's what you're saying. Okay, nice.
And Sunil Bhaiya will be coordinating now.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Girima Didi.
And
Now, Shamla Didi, we have some time. Parikshit Bhaiya, I think he is not seen here. So,
Parikshit Bhaiya is in tech team room number 3. He's host over there. I'm just calling him and asking him what exactly the thing is.
Yeah, perhaps if he can be made available, we could have his sharing little earlier and then come back at 4:30 after this is done.
Girima Didi, what about Vinay Bhaiya? Could you contact him? Will he be available?
Yes, he is available at 3:20. He has been told. The time is 3:20.
He'll be there, 3:20.
Yes. So, Bhaiya, I would like to leave for now, and I suppose Professor Latika will also be leaving.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
Didi.
fine. But I didn't
Yeah.
follow what you said, that we are going to finish at 3:30, but now you're saying somebody else has been told for 3:20. How does that fit in the schedule?
Didi, I told that the individual sharing will start at 3 and there are 3 sharings till 3:30. From 3 to 3:30.
Oh, I see.
Parikshit Bhaiya, Sunil Bhaiya and Vinay Bhaiya.
Okay, okay.
Right.
Right, got it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Didi.
Thank you.
Since we don't have any next sharing, Sunil Bhai may continue and Prakshit Bhai will join by 3. Will it okay? Or we will wait
That's
for
fine.
him?
No, no,
Yes,
so
okay.
because he is doing the tech part over there, then he
Yeah.
can continue there and he may be joining by 3 o'clock only. That's fine.
Meanwhile, I'll call Vinay Bhaiya to join the session because
If he's
his
available,
sharing
he
is
can.
also there.
Yeah.
So Vinay Bhaiya, I'll call him. And probably Prakshit Bhaiya might call you, Sunil Bhaiya. So this is all. Vinay Bhaiya is also occupied somewhere in room number 2 with the institutional sharing, and he will compile that and come and join you.
Okay. Shamla Didi, then I am the third person, so I may share now if it is okay.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But how does it work then? We'll just share out of turn, is it?
Or else we have to wait for them to join. Prakshit Bhaiya, then
Prakshit
me,
Bhaiya
then
joined.
Sunil.
Prakshit
Ah.
Bhaiya joined.
Namaste,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah.
Nice. Good.
Namaste, namaste. That's
Very
nice.
nice.
Namaste,
Let
Bhaiya.
me lower down the voice first.
Okay.
Yes. Hope I'm audible.
Yeah, Bhaiya. So I hope you can share. You don't need any introduction, so you are ever present
That's fine,
everywhere.
but I'm not very much comfortable with the English, so it might be a bit mix of both the language. So, sabhi ko namaste. Myself,
Okay.
Parshita Agrawal. I'm associated with this UHV activity since 2018 and volunteering also, regularly volunteering from January 2020. And during the Corona time, has given me immense opportunity to listen this content again and again. And because of that, it gives me to verify and experientially validate all this content again and again within myself. Like the content, like the proposal about harmony within. I can see, I can exploring this that I'm not the body, rather a coexistence of self and body. The needs are different, activities are different, requirements are different, response are different for me, for I, and the body. Similarly, while exploring the content about the harmony in the family, relationship with other human beings. So it is now by practice and by exploring the content, I can clearly see the relationship is there between oneself and the other self. It is there. I don't have to create it. I don't have to manage it. I just have to understand it and live with it. I'm also sometimes not with the capability part. So that be the case with the other people also around me. But intention, as I can see, my intention to live with happiness and to make others happy is the same with all others. They also want to understand the harmony and live with it. And what more I can see in myself, the feeling of calmness, the feeling of that all I can see. The sort of hastiness was there earlier. What happened next? What happened next? I have to plan for next 5 years, now next 10 years, next 20 years, and so. But now you can see the requirement of physical facility are very less. And I myself I already have more than that. So that gives a very strong feeling of satisfaction. And it also helped me to see how I can help other people, how I can help my peers, my family members, my other co-explorers in this regard. As I have gone through his content that the personal development can only be possible with family development, team development, and societal development. And all this content has made available to me from our mentors and many other people from the, can say, generations. And so I pay my gratitude to all of them. And similarly, it's my responsibility. And I can see my development also while doing this voluntary work, while doing this tech support or sharing these content with my students, with my peers. I get a chance to verify it again and again. So these are my point. One thing I like to mention again here, that it also give me a chance, give me a clear picture of how to be aware of my health. Earlier, some issues were there on regular basis, like whenever the season changed, I got some health issues. Whenever I eat something which suits me in some weather, in some season, and other season in other time, it won't suit me, don't suit my body. But now I can listen to the body. I can be aware about what suits me to eat, what not suits me to eat, and then my eating habits. And as I can see, if I am if I'm able to follow the circadian rhythm, it helps me a lot. Now I can feel more rejuvenated, more energetic, and also uh, more stress-free. I can see, and I can say. So that's my setting for all. Swinway, if I'm missing any point, to kindly guide. How
Yeah,
I can
we can
see.
also, yeah,
G.
time is there. We have anyway more time available.
Sure,
So,
so I like to say a few words about the UHV content, how I can see this UHV content. Earlier, I also have many doubts that it is not for the elder ones, or in my family, I can see many, my forefathers, my grandparents, my parents, and other are living this content. And so first time when I heard about this content, this proposal, so I have the thought that I am already living with it. But then I thought, then what I am getting disturbed, why I'm getting jealous, why I'm feeling deprivation. So when I listen this content again and again and again, then it gives me a chance to what I mentioned, that experientially validate. There are things that I have assumed but not have verified. So if whenever the assumption is along with the natural acceptance, that understanding, it gives a calmness to me. But whenever my assumption won't go along with this natural acceptance, then I become disturbed and some disturbance is there. So while exploring this content again and again, I can now clearly see that yeah, there is a need of self-development, step-by-step development every time, and it helps me in that regard. Ji. So I think I'm open for the questions if some.
You can also mention regarding your what do you see as your full potential as a human being, and what is the way forward? Yeah.
Ji. So as a human being, I can be able to see that I'm living with myself. I'm living as a part of a family, as a part of the society, and a part of the extended family, which I can say the nation and the world, the extended family. And I can see this UHV content helping me a lot, and it can be helpful for each and everybody. And what is the method? The method is just very simple. As our mentors have shared with us, the method of sharing, the method of exploration, and sharing as a co-explorer. So all the mentors are there have helped me as a co-explorer to explore all this content. And similar way, if anybody try to explore this content as a co-explorer while verifying it with himself, while themselves, while verifying and living this with this content with the family, with the society, with the organization and the colleague, it is certainly going to help. As I can see a more dependability around my colleague and with my co-explorers, with my other volunteers team members, with my family members, and the same I can see. And many things I remember, like reaction and response. Earlier I used to say that if I respond, then I will get the response. If I react, then I will get the reaction. But now I can understand that I have to respond, whether it's a reaction from other side or the response from other side. Similarly, earlier I used to I assume that give respect to get the respect, but it is not nothing like that giving and taking. It's like ensuring the feeling within, the ensuring the feeling of trust within, ensuring the feeling of respect within, and other feelings as well. So I have to ensure all these feelings within myself and present ourselves and be there myself with all this feeling rather than expecting from others to get this feeling. And it helps me a lot. Certainly, like we are in a movement, rather a good word. I am not getting any good word, so I am telling it in Hindi. Like we are in a abhiyan where I am in front of me, nobody else is there. So I have to confront myself and uh, learn, understand, and verify all these proposals and make a better life for myself. And then only I can be helpful. Then only I can be participate in the betterment of the family, society, nature, and world. Ji, Sylvia, I think.
Nice, yeah. Thank you. So, Shamla Didi,
Yeah.
can we have some questions or your comments? Yeah.
Yeah, very nice, Parikshit ji. I know that you would be more comfortable in Hindi, but despite that, this was a very good effort. I don't know if we have to keep, the people who shared in Hindi, do we really need to keep their sharings in English, or is it possible to have like a kind of a transcription or, something where the Hindi sharing can be kept as is and it can be put forward, the English content can be put forward, because then the person will be able to share more naturally. So I'll check on that. The other obvious question that came up was that you mentioned about reaction and response.
Ji.
So it will be good if you can share any, in living in your relationships, if you could see that change in you and others. Or is it that we are sharing only specific things? So I was not clear whether I should ask you
No, certainly,
specifically?
it's a very genuine question. I'd
Yeah.
like to share that most of time it happens with the colleagues. With family, it happens that okay, somebody has reacted to me, and I don't talk to them a couple of days, and then it's I forget that. But in workplace, it many times it happens that if somebody reacted to me, somebody not do not listen to me, then I just avoid him. I don't talk to him at all, and even I don't put good comment, or not bad comment, but also I won't put the good comment as well. But after going through this content, at least I can see that it's not the intention part, rather it's the part of compatibility, capability. So that's why now it become very clear, and it's give me a I can say the pleasure and calmness also, and then only I can be able to see what is good to with them, what is the capability issue with other, and now I am able to get most of my colleagues,
Nice.
and it don't disturb me. The best part is that it won't disturb me now. Ji.
Yeah. So, specifically, if you want to share something about, this change has happened in you, you feel more calm, you feel more comfortable. Has it been noticed by others at home or at work with your colleagues? So you might want to mention that also.
Yes, certainly. That dependability part, what I mentioned, I don't elaborate it more, but now I can see more and more people have come to me with more assurance and as a solution seeking person, that if some issue is there, then Parikshit can have the solution. And it, at least what I learned, that I am now listening more and more. Earlier, I used to cut it down, that okay, I understand. But as soon as I realized that many of the time the people around me just want me to listen, many issues have solved just listening to them. So it also I just I happen to verify it after going this content
Yeah, very
in the
nice.
family and in the colleague.
I think you should add that in your sharing,
Certainly,
because it shows in living what you are saying is kind of validated by others people's responses. So you should add it to your sharing set.
sure.
Very nice. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Anybody else would like to ask a question to Parikshit Agarwal? Dr. Geeta, Ms. Abhirajita Singh, Revati Raut Rao. Yeah.
Namaste,
Geeta ji,
Parikshit
namaste.
bhai. Sabhi ko namaste.
Namaste.
Very nice sharing, Parikshit bhaiya. I thought of asking any specific situation you would like to share with us, and that question was put by Sharmila Devi. So even I was thinking any specific incident we can connect to the delegates and panelists. Parikshit bhaiya, you have been associated with UHV for nearly 6 years or so. In that case, how will you define successful person? Because previously, before UHV, would have defined a successful person with a different term. But after UHV, how can we define a successful person? Do you think yourself as a successful one in this journey?
After going to all this content, I can say a successful person is that, for me, the successful person is that who lives with harmony at all the levels, at individual level, at family level, at society, and at the nature level. And if you ask for myself, then I am trying for that. I have not have reached that level, but I am trying and working. What I can see, yeah, I just missed that part. It's a journey. So now if I look back, then I am not at the zero now. I have covered somewhere and somehow some path, and then I have to go along. So I'm in the journey, and and that path of success, that path of harmony within and around. Ji.
Very nice, Parikshit. That is true. When one is harmonious inside, that is the success.
Certainly.
But
And
people outside may define it in different terms. And even I was experiencing the same thing. Harmony inside is success for us. It's very nice, Parikshit bhaiya.
thank
I would
you.
like to thank you for you also helping me in my exploration journey. Thank you so much, bhaiya.
And you are always there, Gitariri, whenever I need. Ji. Thank you for that.
Nice, bhaiya. Thank you so much, bhaiya.
Namaste.
Great. Thank you, Geeta Didi. So, any other question? I think, Paya, thank you so much for the sharing. You said you would be sharing bilingual, but your sharing was good in English. But as Shamla Didi said, more natural way can be maybe in maybe
native language. Yeah.
native language.
I will prepare, and it will more fluent next time.
It is true with everyone. Maybe for me also, if I share in Malayalam, it might be more natural. I can see this. Thank you, Bhaiya. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Namaste. Namaste, Sabhi.
So, Shamla Didi, next is my sharing.
Yes. I don't have anybody's profile, but I would guess that on that day we would be sharing our profiles, and somebody will be introducing the speakers. There will be an anchor. But for now, we'll just go ahead, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so good afternoon and namaste, everyone. I'm Sunil Kumar N. Currently, I'm by profession, I am the professor and head of the Division of Civil Engineering in the Cochin University College of Engineering, Kuttanad, which is in a village by name Pulingunna in the district of Alappuzha in the state of Kerala, India. So I put my sharing in 5-6 sections very quickly. I tried to put what I was before coming to Universal Human Valley proposals. So when you look into my evaluation, what I was before UHV now, I can say that I went with the evaluation of some of my relatives and friends that I had been a less talkative person with less friends, and that puts me in under evaluation. So many times I went through this under evaluation because I was going with my friends and relatives. But some other times I could see myself as over evaluating myself. That is somebody, particularly my parents, my teachers, my close friends evaluated me as somebody who is good at academics, and they have over evaluated me. So I went with that. I thought that I'm special. This was there with me. Even I continued that with my till my professional career also. So that is one thing. Then when I am in the this also reflected in me when I behaved with my family members, my colleagues, my friends, etc. Because I'm special. This feeling was there with me. I also assumed when I came into teaching, I thought that I'm very thin, very lean, not as built as my students. So I have to frighten my students. I have to scold my students to get this class control, so-called class control. This was there with me. This was my evaluation upon me, which I had at that time. So this domination was there in much of my part of my character. This was there. I get into anger quite often in the past, and that reflected in the behavior with family members, as I told you. I also was longing to get the feelings from the others. I wanted appreciation part of my work. If I'm not appreciated, I under-evaluate myself. This was there with me. With regard to my food habits, if I say I was an ardent non-vegetarian, I eat like say anything, and went by the taste of food more than the nurturing part. So, but I made it a point to consume more food in the morning than in the evening. This was there with me. I had been following good health routines in the past also, but over-evaluated my body at occasions. Sometimes I overstressed my body, physical work, for example, or overstressing with, say, playing games for long duration because of the excitement in playing these games. Now, I was exposed to the Universal Human Valley proposals from June 2020. So I had been attending various online, offline FDPs during the COVID-19 and after the COVID-19. Then I offered this program of UHV2 to the students. So then I have to explore further. So this self-exploration strengthened when I started attending the morning session of UHV. So some of the things which I heard during the UHV sessions and the morning sessions are the very key things which I put before you. One is that the verification understanding of the proposal that the human being is coexistence of self and body. That's a very key proposal for me. That is the starting point for holistic living. Now, the purpose of physical facility, the second thing, that is to nurture, protect, and rightly utilize the body. Then the third thing is the body is made up of trillions of cells. It is a harmonious entity, physical entity, and I am responsible. The self is responsible for taking decisions on right utilization of the body. So it is my responsibility to nurture, protect, and rightly utilize the body. That is my self-regulation. Body is acting according to the self, and all the parts of the body are in harmony. This is what I heard as a proposal. Third thing. The fourth thing is regarding relationship. Trust is the assurance that the intention of every human being is safe. That's new to me. The other is similar to me, and we are complementary to each other. This is respect. Right evaluation is respect. This is also another thing which is new to me. And the basis of relationship among every unit with every other unit is this coexistence. I'm still exploring upon this. So these are something which I heard as very key things. Now, what I explored and how I explored is, of course, I can see that the content is just a trigger for the process part. And the process is self-exploration. And that is strengthening day by day. I can see that I want to be happy in all my endeavors. And for that, I have to explore within and explore outside also. As I explore the proposal of prosperity, I look at the purpose of having physical facilities before I procure them. So this purchasing habits, whenever there is a what you call free sale or reduction sale, I went for purchase in the past. But now this habit has been reduced. I look at the purpose, whether I require it or not. So depending upon that, I go and purchase if required. I try to understand the relationship and its basis as an outcome. I can see that every human being is similar to me, and I try to understand my relatedness with every other unit in the nature. So this is how I am trying to explore. And another thing is, when I work with the people in the society and other units in the nature, the proposal of human goal and inherent harmony in the nature are the center of my being. So these are something which I am trying to explore. And what I have been able to understand, I see that I am trying to understand each and every proposal one by one through my self-exploration. But two very key things which I would like to propose is, I would like to put before you is, one is the program for prosperity and health. Very, very important for me. That is something which I am trying to understand. And the second thing is the proposal of trust, respect, and love. So these are very three key feelings which I'm trying to understand and trying to explore within. Now, the changes in my living as a natural outcome of the clarity and understanding of the proposals, one thing is I found the proposals of the universal human values very useful in improving my self-confidence, as I'm able to improve upon right evaluation of myself. So I'm becoming more self-referential than depending upon others for the feelings. Another thing which I can see is that the proposals are helpful to rightly evaluate others also, not just me, but others too. Now, one of the themes which I put before you as sharing is the student counseling part, the teaching, how I have this improvement in my teaching practice and mentoring my students. So in my teaching, as I mentioned in the beginning, I try to frighten my students. I try to put them under scolding in many occasions, but now it is not required. Even without that, I can see that the students, they're also able to understand and they have the quest for understanding. And now I can see that with a feeling of affection when I approach the students. Now this is working much better than I was able to do this with scolding or with frightening. So in my teaching career, now it is very helpful for me. That's one thing I can see as a change in my living part. Another thing is the students counseling part. So many times, many students approach me for with their problems, maybe problems with their personal, say, interactions with other people. or that may be a problem with their having less physical facility. That is, for example, they couldn't pay the fees, kind of things, or they have some medical ailment, or they may be having some issue with some other situation outside or people outside. There was a mental block. So these kind of things, students approach me. So now with the opening up of these proposals, and I'm in the process of self-exploration, I can help my students much better. For example, if I put a couple of things, one is regarding a girl student. She was not speaking to even her parents during the COVID time, and she was very close to her gadgets than the human being. So this was being reported by the parents when the classes were online to me over phone. I didn't see the student till that time, but I tried to speak to her over phone. She didn't speak to me at that time. She was just listening. I could listen even the parents telling her that your teacher is speaking to you. Why couldn't you speak something back? I told them that it is okay. She is listening. So this discussion, I mean, what I was not trying to advise her, rather I was trying to put my experiences in when I was in her situation, rather similar situations in the past. So this continued for some time. And after COVID, she came back to college, and during the first week, so we had some discussion. This also went just like that. She didn't disclose anything to me. Now, after some time, it again so happened that she closed down in her room. She didn't come back to the college. So because of long absence, I inquired to the parents, and the father told me that I don't know what happened. She is now in her room, closed down. She is not ready to go to the college. Then I said some counseling can be done. So they tried several things. Finally, I went to her home. I said, I will come here because she is like my daughter for sure. So I will come there. I went there. I talked to her for 2 hours, not just to her alone, but to all the family members, the parents, the siblings. She has a younger sister. So it's 2 hours. Again, she was just listening, not opening up anything. So I came back. I asked the father, if there is some change, you can inform me. After a couple of days, the father called me and told that she wanted to come to the college. I said, very good, please come. So they came. The whole family came. We got some interaction. She went to the class. It went on very naturally. Then every day after that, every day evening, I called her, and we had some discussion in a very natural way at my HOD cabin. So on the 4th day or 5th day, she opened up. So this happened after 1.5 years of my starting discussions with her. She said that there are some issues. And then she opened up a lot of issues, and I am not going to disclose all the issues over here. So I was just a listener at that time. She was just waiting, maybe I think, for someone to listen to. So I said some sharing from my side also. So the discussion went on for some more time. And at that time, she was having a lot of back papers. She was having a lot of issues with her parents, issues with other people. And now this has been settling down. I won't say it has settled down completely, but it is going on. That is one example. And now she has passed out from the college, and she is waiting for a job. There are some other examples also. So students coming to me and meeting me, and sometimes I meet them. Now, a different example which I put before you is that yesterday we have a gathering. Yesterday was Saturday, so we have a gathering in the office. So many people gathered around, all the office people, in fact, they gathered around. Just we sat in a circle, and we were sharing something. So they asked me also to come and share something. So it was the first time I saw that the people are sitting like that and sharing something, because it was a day in which not much work is there. I shared something with human values to them. Very naturally, with whatever trigger, whatever whatever they were telling, along with it, I shared something. And this opened up a discussion. Now I want to continue this, and that was being taken up by many of the office people. We have started this UHV cell in the college, and I am the coordinator, and we can do many things with the help of the office people, the teachers, and the students. All the fractions are being included in the UHV cell. So many things are there. Because of lack of time, I won't go into this. So of course, in my living part, there is this natural outcome. I can see that very slowly, but I have to go a long way for sure. Another thing is transition from a moderately healthy body to healthy body. So as I told regarding the food habits, now I have been transformed to pure vegetarian kind of food habits. But what I see right now is the purpose, is the nurturing part of the food, not the taste part. So much of this kind of joint pain, this was there, say before, maybe because of high uric acid, I tested that once, and the cholesterol was at the brim. So now this has come down. I could see this changes within me because of my self-regulation, and now I am getting very sound sleep at night, right utilization of the body. So there is a regularity because of this is also as part of volunteering, I would say, of the proposals, and attending all this morning session to the meeting in the night, and I can do all my activities in between, so I can have this self-regulation. That is another outcome of this proposals. Then another thing is improved efficiency of regular and professional and personal work, and taking up of more extra duties. So this is another thing which I could see at the same time. Now, what I see as my full potential as a human being is I can see that I have the potential to develop my competence to come out of feelings which are not naturally acceptable in various situations in life. So this was there in the past. Now I'm trying to come out of this. The duration of my unhappiness, I also go into this disharmony at occasion. So the duration is now coming down. That's what I can see. There is potential in me to develop to definite human conduct. This is what I can see, but I have to self-export for that and strive for the same. Now, my plans to achieve my full potential, if I put that before you, I have to stick on to the process of self-exploration, for sure, the process part. And that is the plan to achieve my full potential. So I can say that the verification part may be a bit easy part. I can, if I refer to my natural acceptance, I can see that the proposal can be verified. At the same time, the experiential validation may take time. So at occasions, I go into disharmony. So this duration is now brought down. And putting the blame to outside people, a situation outside, now this is coming down. So I can work upon this much better now. But I can see there is a long way to go with my self-exploration, and the effort is still on. So thank you. That's my sharing. Thank you.
Thank you, Vinay Bhai. Sunil Bhaiya, Sharmila Didi is there. Sharmila, you can put the words.
Yeah. So very nice, Sunilji. I think you covered a lot of ground in your sharing. It was a good way you put it, that, what I was, and then what you went through when what you tried to understand with the UHV proposals, and then how it brought about some changes in your living. So I think that's a good way to put it, because that brings forward the living part. And I think that is important, because ultimately that is something that people can relate to in terms of how it has impacted you in your day-to-day life. One of the things I wanted to mention, perhaps you were trying to put in everything. Some places you may need to slow down a bit. You're going a bit fast, so it's difficult to, I'm used to hearing you, but for somebody who may not be used to it, they might lose out on some things. The other thing, when we use terms like experimental validation, so people who, like all of us are familiar with those terms, but we will be talking to people who may not be familiar with these terms. So perhaps we have to use some simple terms, like to bring it in our living or something like that, rather than use the term experiential validation, so that they can relate to it better. But I think it was very good. All the best.
Thank you, Didi. Thank you so much.
So now
Vinay Bhaiya is here. So shall we go with Vinay Bhaiya sharing?
yes, let's do that.
So yeah, Vinay Bhaiya.
Yeah, thank you, Bhaiya. Thank you.
Can you switch on your video also?
Yes, yes.
Over to you, Bhaiya, for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Thank you very much, Sunil Bhaiya. Nice hearing you always, as usual. So, should I, do I need to introduce myself also, Central Didi? Or should I start immediately?
Very briefly, you can introduce.
Yeah. So I'm Vinay Chidri. I'm working with Maharashtra Institute of Technology in Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar, earlier called as Aurangabad, Maharashtra. Actually, I retired as the Dean of Alumni Affairs in 2023. But after that, since I was engaged with universal human values since 2020, my institutional management has asked me to rejoin as advisor for Center of Universal Human Values. And since last year, I started working there as an advisor. So there was a free hand for me to work for giving content, to take this content to the students, to the faculties, to the staff members. And now sharing with my own journey, it started in 2020 through the online workshops. And I did introductory, UHV2, UHV3, all these workshops with every face-to-face workshop and online workshop also. I could see that the clarity, the inclination is growing in me for UHV. And I can say that I feel that whenever I'm doing some UHV activities, uh, then I'm utilizing my time rightly. But still, with the family members and all, I have to work with their feelings to satisfy their needs because still they are not fully introduced with UHV content. But I am able to reduce that conflicts, which earlier there was almost frequently. So my relationship with my spouse, my mother-in-law, my daughters, son-in-laws, and also with other relatives, sisters, brothers, that's getting improved day by day. Earlier, I could see that whenever I used to talk to my relatives, I used to have little ego and I used to feel like I am something special. This I could realize only after going through this UHV exploration. And now I can see that with this exploration, I can see that they are also like me. Of course, some competence may be lower or higher. So I'm able to accept them. So it's not only because they have blood relation with me, but I'm able to accept them as human beings like me. My mother and mother-in-law both are with me, and me and my wife both are taking their care. They are both 85 plus. Now looking into my changes which I could see, initially I could see that with content, with the process of UHV, that is self-exploration, I could understand that we cannot make others understand, but we can only help them to understand, and that is why little change in my teaching methodology has been there. So I used to ask more questions as if I'm putting some proposal, even in technical subjects also. And I could see that students started thinking on it. Otherwise, what I used to do is, I used to be very strict in the classroom. I was not allowing any student to even move without my permission. And if somebody makes something like that, some action where I could see that he is not connected to the content, I used to make fun of him or I used to uh, insult him. But slowly I could understand that if somebody other does it to me, I exploit it for myself. And I could see that this is not the right way because the student may not get connected by shouting at him or making fun of him. And therefore, I started not to convince but to propose the things to the student. If somebody is not able to concentrate, connect to the studies, to the class, I was trying to understand him after the class. I used to talk to him. And if possible, I used to help him so that from the next class he will be able to connect. So these changes I could see, and due to which my relationship with students, they have they have become they are more with ease when behaving with me. Earlier, that was not there. Most of the students were afraid of me. So this change has been observed. The students are becoming more ease while interacting with me. With this 4 years of journey, I have this clarity that now what is my purpose, why I am living, why these all activities I am doing. So now there is a clarity. So earlier it was aimlessness, like I was not very clear why I am doing this. Although I had that some idea about I am not the body, I am body and self. Of course, I was told that Atma alag hai, Sharir alag hai. But still, in leaving that clarity was missing. And therefore, with UHV, with that clarity, I could see that uh, I have the aim for my self and I have some aim for my body. As long as I'm coexisting with this body, I have to ensure that health will be in the body. Although with age there would be some disharmony, but I'll take care. And my purpose of living, that is continuity of happiness and prosperity, with that, trying to fulfill that and participating in larger order, that I have to continue. So before UHV, I used to have frequent headaches, then lot of pain in the back. All these things used to terribly impact me, and I used to be very uncomfortable even in the college or uh, house or home also with the family. That has been taken care of now because I can understand that as soon as some sensation of that kind is coming, I'll give enough exercise to my body and I'll see to it that that pain will not grow and I will be able to work for my aims. Of course, this tension, depression, suicidal thoughts for some time I could see those thoughts in me, but it's long back. Uh, well, before I retired in 2015-16, when I first time I came to know that yes, means I remembered I could see that in next few years I am going to retire, and being in a private service, I do not have any regular income after retirement. And therefore, I lost my sleep, rest in the night. Many nights I was sleepless. I used to get up at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and I was not able to sleep thereafter. And that has created a lot of problems in my health also. But after coming to this UHV contents, I could see the meaning, understand the meaning of prosperity. And even on the month before the retirement, I was very comfortable within me. And I can see that even after retirement, I can fulfill my desires, fulfill my needs of the body, not only mine, but my family also. And that has helped me to uh, have that feeling of prosperity, a real meaning of prosperity. Of course, as I said, my relationship with spouse and children have been improved. Of course, their competence, I can see that lot of improvement in their competency is required because many a times they get into disharmony, they start shouting at me. So they expect that something happens, some person is behaving wrong, then I also have to shout on the others. So with that expectation, they say, why you don't speak like that and all. So that is happening, but I can see that I can remain in harmony. And when they become ready to hear, I can explain them and they are able to understand that. Then after first workshop, Umesh Bhaiya has helped me to connect with online workshop as volunteer. And since then, I was very regular volunteer. I was I worked for all volunteering activities in online workshop. And there, most important thing which I could see is the tutorial session, question answer session, because that has helped a lot to me while sharing the content. That has given more clarity to me. Whenever there was a question answer session, whenever the participant used to ask question, I used to prepare my response to that question. And then when the resource person used to respond to it, I used to compare that. And I used to make a note of it, where I was going wrong, how exactly the question is to be responded. And this has helped me a lot. So, and also different resource person sharing the sessions. So listening to the same content delivered by different resource persons really helps us giving a different way of putting the things. So even today, a few days back on last week, Niti Didi was here, Yashwant Bhaiya was here for UHV introductory workshop. The way Niti Didi was conducting the session and placing the content, I was really inspired. Oh, I did not place it this way. But her sharing, his and her sharing gave me another way to look at the content. So this volunteering really helps us not only getting clarity on the content, not only responding to the question, but to view the same content in different ways. So that was a nice experience through volunteering. Of course, mental health, I don't see there are any problems now. Physical health, I'm quite fit. Uh, so there is no such issue with me. Confidence, I used to feel like I am confident right from the beginning. But the self-confidence and the ego, that difference I was not aware of. And now since I have gone through this content, I am able to evaluate myself, whether I am with ego or self-confidence. And many times that sanskar of being evaluating myself as something better, I can see that even sometimes, even now also. And then, but only thing is, I can immediately become aware of that, and I evaluate myself and try to be with self-confidence. So I'm able to see the difference between self-confidence and ego. Because of this ego, many times I used to be jealous of others. Because in the college campus also, I was considered to be the most popular teacher and also a good teacher in the subject. Whenever some student used to talk good about other faculty members, whether it is for my subject or some other activity, I could see that there was a jealousy. Of course, it was prior to UHV. But now I'm readily able to accept all faculty members and their contributions with feeling of fulfillment. And I can also congratulate them. I can also wish them. I can also help them if they require some help in some direction. So that is how I have been working on myself. Of course, I can see that there are many things which even if I'm sharing this content in UHU2 workshops and all, but still a lot of clarity is required because uh, verification at the level of verification, it's okay. But when it comes to experiential validation, it will take time because when you feel like, yes, I have understood this and I'm able to live with that content, particular proposal, suddenly something goes wrong and uh, we fail. And then we have to become aware again and we have to start working again. So that's all from from myself. I have committed my life for UHV. I would like to be with UHV till the last breath of my life. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Vinay Bhaiya, for that sharing. Shamla Didi.
Yeah, very nice, Vinayji. Couple of things that I just wanted to mention. Of course, sharing was very nice. Few things that I think specifically keeping the conference in mind and are sharing for the conference. One is that when I look at you, you are not in the center of the screen. You are a little bit on the side. So if you can,
Okay.
make that better, yeah, that's nicer.
Thank you.
Otherwise, it's like an empty screen and you're in one side. So it looks better this way. Few things that I think I mentioned for Sunilji also. When we use terms that we are familiar with, it makes a lot of sense to us, but for somebody who is hearing it for the first time, they may not be able to relate to it. So like when we say sanskar or when we say experiential validation. So if we can use some simpler term, which could be something that anybody could relate to, that might be better because they might feel that they are lost over there. So you can think of, like
Yes, true.
for experiential
Sure.
validation, bring it in my living or,
Yes.
practically when I live, it is taking some time. That's something. The other thing I was thinking is, you mentioned about, other people's competence. It would be good if we add that just like I'm working on my competence, I haven't reached there. I can see that they are also lacking in competence. Otherwise, a sense of that goes that, I am done, they are still back there. So, thoda sa, it will be nicer.
Yeah, got it.
Similarly, for our own clarity, when we say many times they shout at me. So, for our own clarity, when they are shouting, they are depicting their state. So I need not interpret that they are shouting at me. So that distinction we should make, at least for ourselves.
Right.
That they're not shouting at me, they're depicting what they have. So if they have confusion, contradiction inside, that's what they're going to come out with. If they are more calm, comfortable, that's what they will depict.
Very
right. So those are few things that I could think of, but very nice.
Thank you. Thank you, Dave. Thank you.
Yeah, Sunilji, you wanted to add something?
No, Didi, that's very nice. Yeah, and comments are helpful for me too, for sure.
So I
Anybody
think
else? Yeah. Okay, Didi. Yeah.
we are done then here, or was there something more for the agenda right now?
It's no. The agenda was, the time was up to 3:30 only. Now we are running over time.
Yes.
So now we are going to start from, in fact, 4 o'clock. 4 to 5:30 was a schedule. But the first institution which is to share at 4 o'clock, they are not there. They're not sharing. So what do you suggest? Shall we start from 4:30 with IPE, or shall we start from 4 o'clock by calling the Gira Putraji Didi to share from 4 o'clock? What do you suggest?
I say that we can try it out and see if the people are available, we do it from 4. If there is doubt, then we just go to 4:30.
Okay, they will call now once we finish this meeting and then inform you also. We have 3 more individual sharing in that session. Amresh Patel Bhaiya, Sophie Dinesh Didi, and Girima Joshi Didi. These 3 will share. So that will be like a 1 hour session in that case. But we can
Garima
we
ji
can start
shared,
from
na? Or she has individual?
Individual sharing is there.
Okay.
This was institutional sharing, so
Okay.
she will be sharing individual. That is agenda for today, 4 to 5:30.
Yeah. So you can just inform us.
Sure.
If you send the message, I'll join accordingly.
Yeah.
Whether 4 or 4:30, what we need to do.
Yeah. I'll call now and inform you immediately within, say, 5 minutes.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah. Okay, Didi.
So we'll leave from here.
We leave now. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone for joining.
Thank you, everyone.
Namaste.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Namaste.
Sunil Bhaiya?